Okay, guys, monthly support webinar. We're going to try and cover a couple of things. I have got 1 hour, so I'm going to cover half an hour on the Zone Trader Pro for those that are in the group. If there's nobody in the group from there, we will just carry on and continue answering questions and going through a few things. So is anybody in the Zone Trader Pro beta test group that's in the meeting tonight? Okay, Doug. I do intend on having a Zone Trader Pro separate meeting next week. I'm going to plan that in, forecast that in. Okay, right. So there's only one of you. So I am going to have a separate meeting for the Zone Trader Pro. I will do a couple of things today. I just want to go through. I made a video recently on the Zone Trader Pro. Sorry. The Confluence strategy with the VWAP Predator and the Slingshot. So with the Slingshot Special Edition, you get the VWAP Predator for a month to trial, and you get the Guardian Zones for 3 months. Now, one of the things I discussed in there, and I didn't share the Unirenko settings here, is a really good Confluence strategy talking about using combination of those signals, understanding where the support and resistance zones from, and again on NinjaTrader, automated support and resistance zones from the Guardian zones. And then obviously the backup of the heat map. Okay, so one of the things, there's a difference that I see, I probably didn't cover so well in the video, and I wanted to cover that today. So when we're talking about Slingshot, we talk about we've got enough fresh air to target 2. So I'm just going to zoom in. First of all, the settings for this, okay, on the data series, whoops, I'll try that one again. Yeah, there it is. 42440. So the tick trend is 4, open offset 24, tick reversal 40. Okay. Now, you will notice that some days you have less Unirenko bars than other days. It just means there's more volume during that particular day compared to this particular day. Okay. It's as simple as that. Remember, it's got to have so much volume within so many candles for 2440, the way that works it out, and then you'll have less or more. So when we go for minimum risk to reward, we always say when we're using the Slingshot, for example, this trade here, we need fresh air to target 2, because we know that target 2, this pullback zone, it pulls back into here, there's an 85% probability it's going to hit target 2. And it did. Moreover, a good target is this confluence of resistance zones, which it did hit, without a doubt. But what we're looking for with the Slingshot is that minimum risk reward to target 2. It's different when we talk about the VWAP Predator on their own. So today I'm going to just go over a couple of those nuances, but also where we get that confluence, because this is important. These are the strong trades. So we get a type 1 buy signal on this brick here, on this brick, but we also get a buy signal on the VWAP Predator, on that brick, and the brick after. Okay, so we've got 2 totally separate strategies saying buy. We've got the confirmation from the bias depth heat map. All 6 time frames are green. 2 different signals from different strategies. Got the confirmation. There's target 2. We've got fresh air up to that next resistance zone. So that is one of the premium trades that we'd look for in this confluence strategy. It's very important to understand. This is the reason why we gave you access to the VWAP Predator for for a month, just so you can understand and learn how to combine these two together. We do have a hand up with Raj. If you want to ask the question, please use the chat box. Okay. So this is what we call a really great trade. Okay. For a standard VWAP predator trade, we need fresh air. We also need confirmation. So prior to this perfect trade, and they do happen, and we're going to go back and have a look at some more, we get this move down. So when we get this sell signal at this point here for the VWAP predator, we must go back to the previous pivot. We use the tool on here for the fib extensions. We're going to go one tick above here. We're going to go just below there. We haven't got any risk reward at all to that support zone. Okay. It's a late signal. We're not going to take it. Let me just delete that. We're really after those confluence. So then we bounce back up. We get a buy signal at this point here on the VWAP predator, and this point, and this point, and this point, but we don't get the confirmation. We ignore it. We allow things to happen. We get a buy signal at this point. Not all 6 time frames are green. Okay. We get a buy signal at this point. By this time, we are way too close to this resistance zone. We get a pullback. Type 1 buy from the Slingshot. Buy signals from the VWAP predator. We have risk to reward from this pivot for the VWAP predator, and we also have to type to the second target zone on the Slingshot. Perfect trade. Okay, let's go to a small day. So this previous day, there wasn't a lot going off. Probably not a good day to trade, to be honest. So we get sell signal at this point. All 6 time frames are red. Okay. But we don't have a confluence strategy here. We don't have a sell signal from the Slingshot. We get a buy signal. All are green. Okay. We do have a potential trade here, a potential trade. Let's talk about this. So we know, and again, what trading is about, understanding previous behaviors, understanding what each particular strategy is. So we've got these pullback zones on the Slingshot here. We know if that fails, it hits target 1. We come back up. If it fails, it's most likely going to go wrong. We get a type 3 signal printed. We didn't get one in this case. Not going to trade it. Okay. Really don't like this trade, but when it comes back down again to test a very similar resistance, support to this and this, okay, we've got a good opportunity to go long at this point. This resistance zones doesn't exist at that time. It only starts to get printed, okay, because we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. So we could go long at this point here. In reality, that's the only trading opportunity for that day. For me, I only look for confluence. Look at the previous day. You don't have to trade every day. You really don't have to trade every day. So here, we came down support, we move up, we have a buy signal at this point here. Look left, we are above all the pivots since the previous day's session closed. There's no support and resistance up above. We have a potential trade at this point because all 6 time frames are green. So, and this is where I talked about adding in the video, I talked about adding contracts. So let's just draw a few things in here. So entry around about 85, 88, okay? There. Stop. And this may put some people off below this pivot at 85.58. It's a 30 tick stop. To be honest, that ain't bad. Oh, sorry. No, there's 130 tick stop. Let's get this right. 84.58, 85.88. Yeah, it's 130 tick stop. That may be too much for some people. Okay. don't take the trade. If the risk is too much, do not take the trade. It comes up, it pulls back. This is the sweet spot we're looking for. There's less risk, good reward to target 2. Remember, pulls back, target 2 has an 85% probability of being hit. All 6 time frames are green, target 2's there. So this risk is much less. This is the entry, this blue line here. The stop is there. 86 stop, 86.50 is the entry. 50 tick risk, and we eventually moved up to 86.50, target 2, 87.10, 60 ticks. Good move. We also get a VWAP Predator Confluence signal at this point here, which just confirms that move. Really, really good. So we go to the previous day. Bit scrappy, a lot less going off in that particular day. We do get a type 1 buy and we get a signal from the VWAP Predator. All 6 time frames are green. We've got lots of fresh air. We go long, okay? It pulls back down. We get another type 1 buy. We get another VWAP Predator at this point. We're going to go long. It only hits target 1. It goes pretty flat all the time. You're going to close at the end of the session. Didn't move a great deal, okay? There's lots and lots of opportunities, but you need to be selective. And the reason why I put these two together in that particular video is that it's about being selective. This is 2 strategies together, Slingshot and VWAP Predator. We've got the Guardian zones on there to look and help for that fresh air, understand where that support and resistance zones are. And then we've got the bias depth heat map for those confirmations. Okay. So when we get this is a prime example, we're getting a sell signal just before the buy here. But this is very important to understand. Even though we've got confirmation, we've got no fresh air. We've got a confluence of 60-minute zones just underneath it. That sell is not going to happen. Okay. But then we get the buy signal at this point coming into this slingshot zone, and we get the opportunity to buy at this point. All 6 time frames are green, and it goes all the way up just through target 2, pulls back into that pullback zone. We get the close, we get a type 1 buy, and it goes again. Okay, depending on what time of day. If you're going to trade in the evening US, this would have been a great trade for this type 1 buy, having known that from these lows from the day, we've had a pullback, we've had a great trade, we've had a pullback in another pullback zone. The session's closed, we've reopened again, type 1 buy, and it all the way, and it goes that way. Okay. Yes, Trevor. So type 3 sell here is a slingshot. The buy and sell signals VWAP are just purely text. Where we get a number 1 buy, that is a slingshot, or a number 2 buy, or a number 2 sell. So we have 3 types of signals with the slingshot: type 1, type 2, type 3. Type 3 is a trend failure. Type 1 trades happen 80% of the time, and then type 2 and type 3 about 10% each. And then when we just see these buy signals here, these just a VWAP. So I've put these together, okay? A lot of people just use the slingshot. That's fine. But what I'm trying to do is show you an alternate type of strategy that's it's less intense, okay? With this particular time frame, it's not scalping, it's day trading. There's a little bit more risk on the outset, but the outcome is a lot more predictable with 424.40. And combining these together and only taking those confluence trades, and maybe using, in this particular case here, the buy signals on the VWAP to actually add contracts at that point. Remember, really only in this sort of situation, once I get to the target 2, I've got to be very tight with that stop. If not, just take that profit out. Okay. So there are opportunities, and we should always look to add contracts when we start to get momentum. And the VWAP Predator is a very good tool to make that happen. So ES, let's go to ES. Let's just let it load. Might take a while. So I've got a lot of other things running at the same time. Okay. So ES today, looked around for a little bit. Not a great setups today because we didn't get confirmation early doors. Sorry, later on, but we did get some. We got some sell signals of VWAP Predator here. Not my favorite. Previous day in the afternoon, there was a great signal here with the type 1 buy. The good thing I like about this particular trade is that we try and push through this resistance. So this is a confluence of resistance zones from the Guardian zones. This is a 15-minute and a 30-minute. The cyan is 15, 30 is green. So it pushes through. It pulls back to find support. We get a support zone. We get a type 1 buy, and it goes all the way to the end of the session. Entry was at 52, 53, 25. And then we're going into that resistance zones at 52, 70, 50. Decent number of ticks there yesterday. Very, very good. We also mustn't forget how important they are, and we're going to go into the Zone Trader Pro soon, the support and resistance zones are. So on this particular day after the open, we see there's not many bricks until we get to the open. Just before the open, we hit this massive confluence zone of 60, 30, 15-minute, really strong resistance zone. We get the open, starts to sell off. There's no trade here because we don't want to short into support, and on this one as well. But I do like this trade. Once we've got into fresh air, that's where we would go. And this is where we don't use pivots for stops. So we'd go pretty short. We go short at this point. All 6 time frames are short. We've broken through support here. Confluence of support zones. We've broken through support here. We've got a signal. We're going to go very tight here on this. Where's that line there? So we're actually just going to go above the high of that candle, which is actually above this support and resistance zone. So, stop at 39.25. And this one, the entry is at 28.50. Good move all the way down to this point here. As soon as we get a green brick, get out. Okay. On this type of setting, we most likely see the move. All of a sudden, we get a green brick, get out, because they don't happen that quickly. Let's go. Perfect example here. We got 2 trades in this particular day. We've got a lot of messing around at this point here. We get a type 1 buy at this point here. This is the entry. Okay. The stop for these is below the pullback zone at this point. The stop was never taken out. All 6 time frames are green. Okay. If that's not enough for you and you're only trading confluences, we then get a buy signal from the VWAP Predator. We get another buy signal from the VWAP Predator. All 6 time frames are green. Go long at this point here. See how the trading stop gets printed here for ES. Okay. So this entry was at 5229. Trading stop taken out 5254. That's a big move. Okay, really, really big move. 424.40. Color cursor to the white. Hang on. Let me just change crosshair. Oh, it's on data series, isn't it? No, it's on properties. Can you see that good, Heinz? Is that better? Okay. So this is a prime example of then switching on your trade management strategy to this trailing stop printed by the Slingshot. So really, really strong. Wow, sell signals here were horrendously good. Okay, so on this particular, this is the 4th of April. We get sell signals on the VWAP Predator coming here. This we break the pullback zones for the Slingshot, and this thing just keeps going. It pulls back, pullback zone here, and just keeps going. This is a monster trade here. Really, really strong. Again, we get another one early door. We get sell signals are really strong during that particular time. But look, when we get days like this, there's not a lot happening. Yeah. Very slow days, not worth trading. The trading days are the ones where we get a lot of action. Okay, let's go to today, see what's happening. And I like this. I know there's a bit more risk with this, but it's not scalping. You don't have to make decisions really quickly. Understand what's going off. Today, there was no trades. Just in this recent time, there was some sell signals coming down here, maybe. Doesn't always give you a trade, but you've got so much time to make a decision. This is live, okay? This is live data. This is just meandering on, okay? You've got time to make decisions. Yeah, and that's right. So those I did in the video, I was having $9,000 days because I was adding contracts when the VWAP Predator was giving me extra signals on the way up, and I was trading those. But you only need one of those a week. You don't need one. You can't have one of those a day because markets do not give that one a day. It just doesn't work that way, and you can tell when. And we just zoom out a little bit. All the white lines here are whole trading days. The difference here in activity is very pronounced, okay? And we just have to be like a sniper and wait for the confluence of the Slingshot and the VWAP Predator, get the confirmation, get the fresh air, and we trade. To be honest, you only need 2 a month, okay? You don't need that many to make a real good go of it. You just need to be patient and not desperate. Yes, the buyer step is on scalping on this particular one. I'm still looking at this. If we change it to day trading, I'm going to make a lot of difference with this particular chart type. We still get a similar reaction here. Okay. Okay. Red, all red. All red. Doesn't make a lot of difference when we're looking at this particular type of chart. Heikinashi volume 1000. Let's have a look. Okay, on ES. So let's go to data series. We go to Heikinashi volume 1000. Let's go back 10, 15 days. Okay. Might take a while to calculate. Here we go. Finally. Okay. So with volume, VWAP Predator will not work. Okay, that's one of the things. Yeah. But it's a good time frame for ES on for the Slingshot. So type 1 sell here, really great today. 11:33. We we hit the confluence zone there. That entry was at 52.02 and got that confluence zone support there at 51.94. So nice little trade. With the type 1 buy, we got to target 2 again. I mean, to be honest, most people just join the target 2 club. Type 1 sell here was a great winner. Early today, we had a great move down. Trading stop printed there. type 3 buy this time. This you've got a type 1 buy, type 3 buy. We've got a confluence of different types, but you can see here this just doesn't work. Okay, I probably put it on scalping, but it's still with volume, it's not as good. So we don't have a lease. So the lease program is a slingshot for 6 months. Okay. It gives you Guardian zones for 3 months for free, which you then start to lease. And then you get the VWAP Predator for free for 1 month, but you can get that after that for life. Okay. The things that with the extreme logic that we need to do lots of caretaking to, the slingshot and the Guardian zones are perpetual, they're lease, okay? But the VWAP Predator is lifetime. Damien, if you can give the link to in the chat to the special edition slingshot, please. So yeah, so the VWAP Predator may not be for you with that confluence, and you may decide not to continue after that month, but that's fine. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. But what it does is gives you the slingshot for 6 months. Okay, it gives you the Guardian zones to trial for 3 months. Okay, and then you start to lease that Guardian zones. And then after 1 month, you think the VWAP Predator, this confluence thing is amazing. We actually give you that. Well, we don't give it you. You purchase that lifetime license for the VWAP Predator. Hopefully that answers your questions, Greg. 1 minute chart. We don't really use normal chart types on here. I'll tell you why, because we're looking for smooth price action. We're looking to smooth price action. So these Heiken-Ashi 1000s, or you can look at on Heiken-Ashi, probably tick 300, 5 days. Why? Right, we're going to finish on this and go to Zone Trader Pro shortly. So this is tick 300. This is almost like a 1 minute chart, okay, on the slingshot. But what it does is slightly smooth out. So we can see here, you get a signal for a type 1 sell on this candle here at 11:36.44. Okay, you need to be entering at 11:36.54. Okay, still very tight. 1 minute chart is still too fast to trade for me. And this is where we have the automated strategy builders for Slingshot that allows you to take those in. And talking of that, you led me straight into there. Thank you very much. This is the automated strategy builder for Slingshot. I did a live session today on Expert Teams. I know Christine, Trevor was there, and a few other people. Because I've been away for a few weeks. I was away for my birthday in Singapore for a week, and then my grandson and my daughter's been over for nearly 2 weeks on holiday. So I've had some time off. So I needed to re-optimize, understand the behavior again. So this is a Unirenko 135, really fast, okay, on the Slingshot. And this is one of the things that happened today. After optimization over the last 30 days, there has been 100% win rate. This is not normal. It worried me. I checked again and again and again. But we did this optimization. Trevor, I don't know whether Christine's in tonight, Christine as well. They watched me do this live. This, most of them were 75, 80, 85% win rates. This was 100% win rate. 27 trades in 30 days, $5,000 profit. Okay. So yeah, there was a 97% win rate as well. But what this does is allows you to trade those faster time frames, but optimize when it should trade. Okay. So in 30 days, we don't need that many trades to make $5,000. What we need to do is find the right times of the day for them to trade. this is one of those trades, okay? We get the nice long here. It's in, you see where the gray is here and the gray is here. This is the opportunity which we've programmed for them to take slingshot trades on HG, okay? Because with the optimization, that's the time of day, the day of the week, that actually it works out very, very well. And it did. Type 1 buy, type 1 sell. No trades for quite a while here. Nothing going off. Not interested. It's not in our plan. It's not in our optimization. Okay, we just keep scrolling back and we'll see the next trade eventually. There it is. For me, that was too long. It was a big trade, but this is an optimization I need to work on, because actually we should have been taking profit down here. You know, but it did take us out of break even at this point. It was a reasonably good trade. The trade before was a monster trade, okay? At this point here, really, really big. And then no trades. So this is an automated strategy builder optimized to trade the slingshot at the right times of the day, days of the week, when the market conditions are good. Type 1 buy, good here, type 1 buy there. Okay, so that's just a quick glimpse of the Slingshot automated strategy builder. That one blew me away today. I think when we did, we looked at oil as well. Did I load this back up again? Oh yeah, oil was 97% profitable. That did 39 trades, more trades, one loser, $9,390. Okay, again, it doesn't trade every single minute of the day. It selects the right. You see all down here. Just move that support and resistance zone here. There's only certain windows where it will take trades. Okay, and then there's other settings it needs as well to get those trades. There's some winning trades there. Look, okay, and here, where have you seen the green dots? They are the winning trades. And you don't be downhearted. I mean, this was a winner here. It didn't run, but that's, you know, that's the life of an automated strategy builder. Sometimes you get a bit of data corruption and it takes the trade too early. That's fine, and that's what you get with this Unirenko. But there are some really great fast trades. So here, another one, fantastic trade, loads of fresh air. Actually carries through, takes a trailing stop out there. Really, I mean, just keeps on going and going. Very strong automated strategy builder. But what I want to do now, I want to go on to the Zone Trader Pro, but I want to do something different. So, and this is something I'm going to cover in the live session. I want to increase the time frame. I want to look at short-term swings with it. So let me go. Got to find the right chart set here. Silver. There we go. Okay. So with Zone Trader Pro, we trade between confluence zones. Okay. This is silver here. When it's breaking out of this confluence zones, it takes the long. When it breaks out of this confluence zone, it takes the longs and takes the profits there. At the moment, what we've done in the beta testing group is gone just for 10 minutes. Okay. So what it looks is at 10, 15, 30, 60. What I want to do now, and we've been testing execution for this last sort of few weeks, and to be honest, I've let mine run in and I've had no real issues with execution. So I'm very, very happy with that. But now what we don't want to do is I want to change the time frame. But before I do that, I want to include the daily on here. So at the moment, we've got daily disabled. So I'm going to enable daily for now. Okay. And then we're going to go up above 15 minutes. Okay. I want to go 30 minutes. Now with this particular strategy, I can't even speak, strategy, we just use normal candle types. Okay. We're looking for monster trades. So I just need to, silver's probably not a great example, but let's give it a go. So I want to go back probably 60 days, why not? Let it calculate, and then we'll change. So what I want to do now is I want to test swings. Okay, I want to test the ability of this to look at swing trading opportunities. So now the yellow zones will be the native time zone frame, which is the 30. Okay, now this may not be good for a lot of futures contracts. It may be good for things like ZN and slower types. Okay, there's some decent trades here, but they would have to be totally re-optimized again. And this is something we're going to cover in the next session when we do the live session. I'm just going to actually enable the stocks. That's enabled. I'm going to put the stock on there. I'm going to go for Apple. And strategies. I need to disable the times of the day, days of the week, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's just get rid of those a second. Let's disable that. Okay, so something we're going to cover now is the next sort of beta testing is short-term swings on stocks, ETFs, futures, Forex, that sort of thing. And what we'll be looking for is adding that daily time frame, but then looking for some really sort of decent moves. This looks pretty good, actually. And optimizing for short-term swing trading. So the optimization that's set for futures on a 10-minute time frame is not going to be the same. For example, this trade here, where we bounce off the confluence zone and goes up, it took the profit too early. So again, we should be taking the profit up here when these particular EMAs cross. We've got to work out the settings. Do we need extra EMAs for short-term swings for stocks, for example? And then we're going to be even looking at sort of 6-minute timeframes, things like that, to see if we can get some really good moves. One of the things, it exit on session close here, and this is what we don't want. So one of those settings when we're short-term swinging on the strategy is we need to make sure that we disable on session close. Okay. It's a swing trading. We need to swing it over those closes. And then we need to discuss, right, okay, so we gave a lot away with this take profit here, limit order. You know, we've got to talk about how we manage those trades with the stop loss adjust. So this is too conservative. We should be taking profits a lot sooner. So we're going to have to go through a whole program of short-term swing trading next. For the next month of the beta testing is to look at stocks, ETFs, even futures, and looking at the best way to set this up. And is there anything missing? Because when we release this to the public, we want to make sure that it's good for scalping, day trading, and short-term swing trading. We won't probably be able to do long-term. We can have a look right now. One of the things I can do is on the strategies is include the weekly as well. And again, part of this beta testing is to see if we can actually do long-term swing trading. Okay, not everything is all about quick hits, quick wins with day trading. We need to be able to understand that we can, in fact, trade on a longer time frame with stocks in particular, and even futures if you've got the appetite for the risk. Data series. Okay, I'm going to go 195. Can anybody tell me why I go for the 195 on stocks? Absolutely, Vincent. Vincent's one of my apprentices at the moment. You cheat. So yeah, it splits the day exactly into two, which is really, really cool. What color have I got daily? Because I can't see it. Let's go into there. Probably go actually. Complex machine behind the scenes. Bear with me a sec, guys. Daily. White. That needs to change. Default daily zone needs to be gray, not white. That's why I couldn't see it. Okay, let's go for gray. Now that makes sense. Okay. Go data series a long way back. So we need to go 1,000 days. I think there's something there, actually. I think it could be good for long-term swings when we break or when we're testing daily and weekly zones. It would have to probably have some more modules fitted for trade management for stocks rather than futures. But actually, it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. Let's try it with we can't do 195 on a futures contract. Let's go to this NQ. What do I call the NQ, guys? A lot of things. It's like being married to a serial killer with bipolar. That's what I say. It will kill you eventually. So going to NASDAQ on the 60-minute. So the native time frame will be the yellow. And then we will have you see, we may want to add for stocks a 195 zone. That's one thing I've already thought of for when we do our session, because we may want to add if we're swing trading, we go from 60 to daily to weekly. We may want to add a 195 in there. Okay, I think that might be a really sensible for stocks in particular. I'm not a fan of the 60-minute time frame, to be honest, with futures. I think the biggest one I would go is 30 when short-term swing trade. I would never short-term swing trade NQ. Too much can happen too quickly and it can turn on a dime. And that's the danger of NQ. All those people that dream, you know, I dreamt, you know, I was a soldier, I was driving a taxi, I was trading part-time, it's dial-up internet. I knew I could win if the bloody internet was stable enough. You know, I persevered, but I never traded NASDAQ. I always traded something that I could predict the behavior a little bit better. And I always dreamt of making money, and I did. But the reason why I did is because I never traded NASDAQ. A lot of people dream that it moves so fast, I'm going to make a lot of money. 99.9% of those traders will lose that money, okay? And the brokers won't care, okay? I think actually trading NASDAQ futures, unless you've got a six-figure account, should be banned, okay? In my personal opinion, because it makes people poorer, not richer. And that's my personal opinion. I'm just going to go to ZN because I'm not going to waste any time on that, on NQ. And I go to 30 minutes. Probably have to take the weekly off. Might get in the way. That's going to calculate for a while. How's GC doing today? Got some good highs on GC just recently. When it gets new highs, we don't get a lot of opportunity to trade with the Zone Trader Pro, okay? And this is why I wanted to look at short-term swings on futures that are swingable, like ZN and things like that. Oh, there we go. It's just loaded up. Minimize it and just loads up. Okay. What does it look like? Why is it not taking that trade? Because the risk is too high? Probably. Let me just... I think there's some good trades here. We can see some bouncers. We're not getting some entries. And again, this is why we got a beta testing group to understand why we're not getting those entries. And is there something we need to do different for short-term swing trading? Don't worry about this as being a loss. The optimization for this would have to be totally different. Different instrument means different things. If I, you know, this was optimized for a 10-minute on a silver. This is ZN. It did what it did. It's supposed to take that trade, but we would have a lot different EMA settings and sort of trade management, stop loss adjust and all that sort of thing. But the chart doesn't look too bad with those time frames. It's got a daily time frame up there. I don't think that's really going to affect anything at this current time. ZN, not brilliant. Anybody trade? Christine, what do you trade? GF, that was it. No, I haven't had this on the chart, so it'll take a while to load. So let's just pull that off the screen a second. Right, let's pull that off screen. Let's go big on HG. Where's HG? So I didn't save this earlier, Christine, when we were doing it. So I was going to do it again today. Let me just check that strategy performance report again. It wasn't bad, but I think I didn't save the settings, so it's $4,000 profit, but that was way too big. Right, I'm going to have to re-optimize this because I didn't save it. But this shows you on a 10-minute, some decent trades yesterday, where we found support at this confluence zone. Cattle feed's still producing, still calculating. Bounces off the confluence zone, nice longs there. Again, I've got to be exit close, all that sort of stuff. It's got to be re-optimized again. We did it today, but I didn't save it. I'll tell you why it's taking forever. I had it on 1,000 days. Yeah, so I've got to re-optimize Zone Trader Pro for oil and copper. I'll do that in the morning because it's coming up to 9 p.m. here. Okay, so let's just do this optimization process on here because I can't believe I didn't save it. It should take me 10 minutes or so. Close that window down. I'm just going to disable the times of the day, days of the week, get some raw data, and we'll go through it again just to show you how I optimize the new, and this isn't going to come out until at least October. But just want to show you how I do it. I mean, optimization is pretty similar to all of the automated strategy builders. So I'm just going to take the times away. Trades. Okay, some good trades in there, but there will be some losers. So let's see what the raw data looks like first, and then we can start to do so. Oh, orders submitted. Where are we going? What order is that then? CL roller coaster. Okay. Should be interesting. Right. Not bad, 60% raw data. So let's have a look at the analysis and entry time. Half hour of the day. Okay, there's my green patches here. Oh, I'm doing 2:30 to 3:45. Oh, it's the last one we did. I've still got all the notes here. Okay, so I'm doing the 2:30, 3:45 big session here. The 5 a.m. to 6:55 a.m. And then we did 10:30 here. Yeah, okay. I've got the notes here from when we did the session earlier today. Okay, my trade's in on oil. Just bring it over on the roller coaster that we optimized earlier today. So the short is in, 3 ticks in profit, 2 ticks in profit right now. This is really, it's a good looking trade actually. So it's in the time where it's pretty good to trade from optimization. We've got short-term resistance up there. It's bounced off there, and we are looking for the short down to this big confluence down there. So that's pretty good. See how that turns out. And just as caveat, guys, I had all that time off. I did the optimization today, and I told the guys while we were live today that I will be running all of these on sim for the rest of the week. Because like a pilot, if you haven't flown for a while, you've got to simulate. Even though you've re-optimized, you understand the behavior, you've got to simulate. Understand that the optimizations you've made are going to work. I'm not in a rush. Although my grandson did spend a lot of money while he was here, I'm not in a rush to make any major changes to that straight away. So one thing I did want to change on the strategies was close at the end of the session. All days, 2:30 a.m. to 3:45 a.m. Five a.m. to 6:55. and then a 10:30 to 1:30. I think I've changed that in the end, but we'll just check. To 1:30 p.m. Have a look at this strategy performance report now. Okay. So still at 65% profit. Let's have a look at the analysis now. We got less loss. Day of the week. Friday's a bad day. Okay, we need to get that a lot closer to there. So we're going to go 3. I think we did 315. Okay. These are not really worth it. We need to be in the sweet spot at this point. So I'm just going to have that one time slot to trade at the moment. No. This is over the last 60 days, by the way, guys. I'm just going to take those other times off. And that's going to be a 3:15. Take those other ones off for now. I'll do this quickly because I'm running out of time. So I just want to, I will do it properly in the morning. Just want to show you how quickly, once you're used to it, you can optimize the strategy. Okay, better profit, 5,000, 87%, 87.5% win rates. So 8 trades, 7 winners, 1 loser. I need more trades than that, but I'll work on that optimization. But in reality, what we're looking for is sweet spots to trade. And then when we get the sweet spots like this one here, we push up into this zone. We get a confluence of the 10 and the 15 and the 30 at that point. We just push out through. It's almost like a top of a roller coaster, then comes back down again, pushes through. We get the signal to go short, takes the profit on the first contract at the next zone. That's what it's programmed to do. And then it lets the other one run through the zone and takes it out at this point here when we get across on the EMA. So great looking trade there. This is a monster trade down here. Okay, this is some work I've been doing. So we push up through at this point here, we get a trade, first take profit, and then second one there. Really, really strong. Yeah, yeah, that's a winner, not a massive winner. Okay, got more work to do on this optimization. Just wanted to show you how easy it is. And that's basically what we did with the Zone Trader Pro is look for times of the day that others don't trade. So what I've done is with, you see Slingshot here, that's active now. So if we get a Slingshot signal, we will get a trade, okay? We're active on roller coaster. So we've got an overlap here. We are not going to get a roller coaster entry right now, so I can disable that. So what it's designed to do now is I've got the range breakout automated strategy builder. It's out of the session. It's not trading because we've optimized. I've disabled that. The only thing on HG I'm interested in right now is the Slingshot because that is active. Okay. When I bring over the HG Zone Trader Pro, it's great. It's not active. So what we did was try to build, it's when you're optimizing, I'm optimizing to have that, those different strategies that, try and optimize the best times of the day for that strategy, but then dovetail to the other ones so we've got more trading opportunities. Seems quite complex, but it took me 2 hours today to optimize all of these for 2 different instruments, and the recording will be up online in the next couple of days, to make $30,000 a month for 2 hours work. Okay, yes, it's not cheap to get this particular software, but it is very, very cool. So right now, the only trade I've got in at the moment is the oil short. Okay, it's 6 ticks in profit. Okay, 1 contract on the roller coaster, totally automated because and optimized. So when we look at this particular strategy, the strategy performance, so it's got an 86% win rate since optimization. Profit factors up through the roof, really good, 9.34. But when we look at the times of the day, so that's 8 ticks in profit right now. When we look at the times of the day that trades, it's different to there. So it trades all days between 12 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. So overnight. Okay, we've got another order going in on something now on HG. 10 a.m. to 11:15 a.m., 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. They're the slots that this works, but then they dovetail with others. So when we look at oil on the Slingshot, for example, that trades, we've got the overlap, 12:30 p.m. to 1:15 p.m. That's fine, okay. At this moment in time, I'm only looking for shorts, so if we get any long signals, just cancel them. But we can see that other times of the day it trades at different times. So all I do is right now, remember, we are in the short on the roller coaster. All the bias is red. If we get a short on the Slingshot, it could be, to be honest, what we'd look for is a move down to this big support zone, probably take profit anyway. But if it pulls back, get a Slingshot, it would just add another contract. Okay, so which HG trade has gone in? Slingshot, okay. HG Slingshot's gone in. Automated strategy builder. So this one is 3 contracts. It's a type 1 sell. We've got take profit on one of the contracts at target 2, on just before target 3, and the other one will run on a trailing stop. That's 3, okay. And that's the one that's in right now. Nice bit of fresh air all the way down to target 3, really, on this confluence zone, and it's really big, strong confluence zone as well. So that's HG. In a short, we're short on oil, and that's about it. But again, they all run at different times of the day. So when I look at the Zone Trader Pro for oil, that's out of its session timings for the optimization, and so on and so forth. Oh, Matthew, Euro triggered roller coaster a few days ago on the daily and doing well. Yes, long-term swing trading can be very effective on Forex, Euro indeed. I just haven't got a Euro chart. Is that Forex, Euro, US dollar, or 6E? Okay, so trading stop's been moved now on the copper to break even automatically on the ASB for Slingshot. So now this trade is risk-free pretty quick, okay? We entered at around about 1304.22, and we got the trading stop move at 1306. Within 3 minutes, we're risk-free. It'll take if we get to target 2, it will take there, but this is a scalping strategy, so the auto stop adjust has been programmed to be very aggressive there. 6E. Okay, let's have a look at 6E on the daily on roller coaster a second. Okay, so it's taking the profit on the first contract just there. Okay, so 2 contracts remain. It might just bounce off target 2 now and going out, take out the trading stop. Okay. So it's currently in $250 profit. That one. Oil's in $40 profit. That's only one contract though. $275 profit there. We've already taken profit on the HG of 125. Okay. So who needs NQ? I'm a copper trader. I've been a copper trader for a long time. You just need to understand and optimize to get the moves, and get those contracts in. So if you know the moves are reasonably predictable, they've got good behavior, you just load up the contracts, 3 contracts. And yes, I know you need more money in your account for margin for 3 contracts. It's not for everybody. Oil's $50, $60 in profit now. But you get to the profit you need quicker. Okay, especially with a trade like this. But we are risk-free now on that. Let's go to 60. I just want to pull up a different chart set. I do need to get going though, because it is 9:10 at night. Let's pull up 6E. Futures, 6E. Daily. It's going to take me a while to load this up, guys. So I do apologize because it's not something I've got on the indicators. Roller coaster. Apply. Yeah, it's moving well. Moving well. Go up a little bit there. It's coming down to that support zone now. Not printed trading stop yet though, Matthew, so just be careful. So we're 14 ticks in profit on the oil trade now. I'll try and stay longer unless my wife actually texts me and say, oi, stop it. So that's if this breaks this support here, this will be a really great looking trade all the way down to remember, this is where we wanted to take that profit. We've got the buy limit orders there automatically because we run on a trailing stop. Fed in 50 minutes, this will be out by then. And we've got the HG trade. So we're $250. Remember, everything's running on sim today because I just optimized. So we need to, right, yeah, this is one day, been running, we're getting some winning trades, brilliant, okay? But this is a one-day wonder. I'll need to run on sim again tomorrow. I'll need to run again sim on Friday. I need to understand that I've missed 3 weeks of the markets. I've optimized, I've understood the behavior, but I now need to test that theory. I need to test the software. I need to understand that I've got the optimization right. So, I'm being open and honest. It is sim. Yeah. $17 ticks on oil. Let's just let's bring them both together. 21 ticks. There she goes. She's blowing through there now. So remember, this copper is a Unirenco 135. So it's scalping. It's very aggressive on that trailing stop adjust. So we're risk-free on that already. Hence 3 contracts, really quick, boom, 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 done. This is day trading, 3 minute for me. We're 22 ticks, so it's $220 profit on oil. We're not risk-free yet. The automated strategy builders, we've not started to print the trailing stop yet. Okay, at any time I can flatten that button. If $240, which it is right now, $250 is okay for me, I can hit that flatten button and take that profit. I can drag and drop that stop loss if I wanted to. It's, you know, it's entirely up to me. I've got more control. I'm not a funded trader, Larry. I'm sorry. I don't follow those rules, and I certainly don't develop strategies for those rules, because that's not real world. Yeah, this is roller coaster. Yeah, it's not the Zone Trader Pro. Zone Trader Pro is active for oil. So I'll bring that across, Christine. But again, this was only one. Remember, we're looking for confluence. So what will happen now is the two things can happen. If we find support, the Zone Trader Pro will take a long. So we've got to be very careful. For me, honestly, if we get down to this 84, 86 level to 80, I'm just going to flatten that trade on the roller coaster. Okay. The trading stop was taken out on copper. So in total, that was $150 trade. Okay. It wasn't bad. A few coffees. But with this oil, there's a couple of things that could happen here. If he does find support this confluence zone, the Zone Trader Pro most likely will not take the long because of this resistance just here. But if it pushes down through and gets through here, we'll get the short down, as you know, all the way down to this point here. So I've got to be pragmatic here to say, you know, which one am I going to leave? To be honest, this one is working out very well at this moment in time. And we're risk-free now, okay? We're risk-free. It's just adjusted that trading stop to risk-free on the roller coaster. Just as it's going to get to this point, my preferred option would be to actually sort of flatten that trade, but we're risk-free right now. I've got no risk. I've locked in the profit on that HG. And again, guys, I didn't time this for this particular session. Christine was there for 2 hours today. I optimized roller coaster, slingshot, range breakout, and the Zone Trader Pro for copper and oil. It just so happens the grey ran out because we came into the optimization window to trade the trade. The same for copper, and that's how I trade now. Okay, I did this manually for years. All I need to do now is sit and either flatten or disengage because the bias is wrong or whatever. And I'm going to tell you something now, and I hope the developer gets it. But we're the first trial is with is trying to build in on the slingshot the bias depth heat map for confirmation and the Guardian zones for fresh air. So in theory, we'll be able to program it in to only take trades with the confirmation and fresh air. Okay. Now, he says it's possible, but until I get a version that I can try, I'm not going to promise anything. But I'm very excited about that. Okay, $350. It's not bad. Got Fed coming up. My wife's waiting downstairs for me. My grandson and daughter went at 4:30 a.m. this morning, so I saw them off. I then went at 7 a.m. to play golf, played 4 hours in 34.5 degrees centigrade, very hot, come back, been working all day, did a 2-hour live session, then there, and I've done this, made a couple of, you know, $200. I'm quite happy. Okay, I'm going to call it a day there. I'm going to flatten the trade. Job done. Okay, so in total on there, I've made $450. Not bad. $450 on one trade on copper and one trade on oil. It's still in the window, so I'm going to let that run now because it's all optimized, and I'm going to go and finish this session. I'm going to go and have my herbal tea before I go to bed. Anybody got any final questions? Thanks, Dan. Thank you, Matty. Okay, guys, we're going to get going. Have a great rest of your trading month, and I'll see some of you in May. For those of the Zone Trader Pro, I will be looking at the diary tomorrow to put in a live session so we can go through this short-term swing trading testing. Thank you, guys. Bit of a bonus there to get $450 profit on trading. To be honest, I needed those trades to solidify the work I did earlier. Just need some more trades tomorrow, and then hopefully go live on Monday with the optimized strategies. Cheers, everybody. Take care. Speak to you all soon.